All right, and we're back, and today we're writing fractions as percents, and we're on page 90 of your TABE Success book, and we have our little smiley face today to remind you, don't worry, be happy. So let's take a look at what we're doing. Now, I've got some shapes here, and I have a circle and a squarish and a rectangle, and you'll notice that I colored half of them. So I think if you were asked, what part of the figure is colored, you'd probably say 1/2. And if I said to you, well, I colored 50% of it, you'd probably go, oh, yeah, I can see that. 50% is half of something, and we have that colored. And if you think about it, 1/2 and 50% are really the same thing. It's just a different way to say it. Couple of examples here. Suppose I have 50 over 100. I think you would agree that I have half of 100, and that's 50%. Excuse me. If I have 4 over 8, I have half of 8, and again, that's 50%. So really, fractions and percents are the same thing, it's just saying it differently. Just like if I said to you casa, or I said house, one way in Spanish, one way in English, but it means the same thing. It's my house. So let's talk about how to convert a fraction to a percent. It's really easy. First off, if your fraction has a base of 100, you're going to love this. 15 over 100, that is 15%. 2 over 100, 2%. 27 over 100, 27%. And you can do that all day. 36 over 100, 36%. Any number over 100, that's the percent right there. So that's really easy. Now, you may ask me, okay, Mr. Steinway, that's great, but what if it's like 4 over 8 or 5/6 or something like that? Well, there's a way to deal with that. Here I have some examples. 3 over 4. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to multiply the bottom number, the denominator, by whatever number will get you to 100. So in this case, 4 times 25, that'll get you 100. And then do the same thing to the top. If I multiply by 25 here, multiply by 25 here. And you can see, oh, 75 over 100. And we're back to where we were on the previous page. That's 75%. If I go times 5 here, that'll give me 100. If I go times 5 here, I have to do it the same. That gives me 25 and 25%. We already did this one. You know what's coming here. 50, 50, 50%. And last but not least, I can multiply by 20. I can multiply by 20. Gives me 80 over 100. And that's 80%. So that's how you handle it if you have a fraction with a number that's not 100 on the bottom. So your task, you're going to write each fraction as a percent, and your problems are 1 through 12 on page 90. And I think you'll agree, you don't have anything to worry about. Be happy.